Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Bat5. This is going to kind of be a follow-up to my last video, which I did towards the James Pope and talking about the Amazing Atheist, and he did a response to me, and I'm going to go through some of his arguments. But James, I know you're going to watch this video because I'm going to post it as a response to yours. First off, everyone, if you're not subscribed to the James Pope, I think you should go check him out because I really like his videos. I know this, it seems weird because, I was attacking some of the shit, but I wasn't attacking him. I really like the guy. He's been cool with me for a long time. Long fucking time. So, go check him out. But anyway, James, first off, I want to say the last video, I think I came off as a little prickish, which I really didn't mean to, but I got a little mad that, so many people, and not you, you're not included in this, like, people are acting like you're a dick. If you have anything to say against the Amazing Atheist, and I fucking hate that, which I'm going to get on that in a minute. But yeah, and then I think in like the middle of the video, you said, you hope you're not offending me, which you weren't. We just have a disagreement. That's it. No big fucking deal. We're both cool, with each other. So yeah, it's nothing personal. I just disagree. Anyway, first off, James, I don't look at you as a fanboy. The Amazing Atheist has a ton of fucking fanboys. A ton of them. And I'll get on to that, and there's a different topic that this actually comes into play, but I think you disagreeing with him proves that, you're not a fanboy. There are a lot of fanboys out there, they just, whatever the Amazing Atheist says, yes, it's fucking true, that's what I believe, he's right, TJ's he's my god, blah, blah, blah. I disagree with him 100%, and that's bullshit. And yeah, I'm definitely with you on the two things you say you disagree with him on. The vegetarianism thing, yeah, he's done multiple things against vegetarians, and it's always stupid. Like, his arguments fucking suck. And I know some people might be thinking, well, you're just offended because you're a vegetarian. No. I'm offended that as a vegetarian, I can come up with better fucking arguments than he can. His arguments fucking suck. And he needs to get off this shit. How many vegetarians are forcing their beliefs down his throat? No, what he's saying is, no, you're idiots because you don't eat meat, because you disagree. And that's fucked up. So fuck him for that. And his video, Vegetarians Fail, it was almost painful to watch because the arguments are so stupid, and then him getting like a Baconator and the double down sandwich. Then he takes one bite, then which I hate looking at people eat. I fucking hate it. And I know Cody's going. He was the one that filmed it. He's going for that artistic look. Then TJ takes a bite. Then oh no, the death tastes so good, or some shit like that. And then later in the video they show a little clip like, are you going to eat any more? No. Oh, I'm willing to sacrifice for my art, but not this much. So in other words, you're just going to waste it. So it was a bullshit fucking point. It was a dumb fucking point to make. No one's going to eat that. And he's a fat guy, which, to me says a lot. But anyway, I didn't mean any offense by that, but... And then the men's rights thing, yeah, that's annoying as fuck. I had to get into it with some asshole in here named Pinegrove33, because basically to me, these assholes get to the point where... oh, well, feminism sucks. And then they slowly graduate to that point where they basically say women suck. Men are superior to women. So I think his points are bullshit. Now, I think there are some issues where men aren't as equal, and I think that's bullshit. But then again, there are other issues where women are equal to men. But then again, you can keep on talking about this shit. You hear whites that fucking say, they're not being treated equal. And then you have blacks, who say that they're not being treated equal. Which, there's always cases in each of these that, yes, that's true. But it's bullshit. Anyhow, now, you were also talking about how you want the website to succeed. And you mentioned that a few times in the video, which is fine. Now, the reason I want it to succeed is because I don't want the people who put money into this to just, lose that money and it goes fucking nowhere. Except to TJ, or whatever else he's doing, his wedding, like if he spends it on that. But I have a question. What if the same thing happens? It gets hacked again, or it just closes down. What would you think? I'm just curious. Since you are a fan of his, and I believe you said you donated, what would you think? Like, would your idea of TJ change? Like, would your opinion of him change? Would you think he's being a dick, and this is just yet another fucking scheme similar to what Brett Keane does? Which, by the way, before... I go any further, you said it's bullshit to compare TJ to Brett Keane, which I agree to a certain extent. Now, I'm going to get on the Bill situation. I think the point you missed, maybe you didn't talk about, maybe you didn't think about it or whatever, the point that I think you missed was this. Brett Keane, he was asking people to pay his fucking bills. TJ did the same thing. And you said, things can happen. Yes, that's fucking true. However, he explained it that he needed fucking money for his electric bill, because he had money invested in classic cars and, restoring them. I'm sorry, but the fact is, what you need to do, if you have bills, you need to make sure you have money for that and then spend whatever money that you want, besides the main shit you need. You can go blow it on whatever you want, whatever that happens to be. I don't give a shit. But the fact is, he fucked up. And by the way, I seriously doubt, unless he was behind like a couple of months, because 200 some bucks for an electric bill seems kind of high to me. The most mine's ever been is like 150 bucks, but I don't know. It could have been 1 month, but I guarantee you, they would not have shut off his power if he was a little bit late. They're going to shut off your power after like months and months and months. Sometimes I've heard as early as like 3. Sometimes I've heard like 6 months, and they're like, okay, we're going to have to shut off if you don't fucking pay us something. So I think he was bullshitting on that. And I think that's the point you missed. Because the fact is, he's asking people to pay his bill because he fucked up with his money. He was bad with his fucking money. He decided to blow it on some shit he didn't need to buy. So, instead of, paying the shit that he needs to fucking pay. And I think that's irresponsible. It's completely fucking irresponsible, just like Brett Keane. And again, I don't think he's as bad as Brett Keane. And also, you mentioned Straight Dope, which he can come up in here too, because the fact is, what you said, like, that Straight Dope has a bias against a certain group. Yeah, e-beggars. And it wasn't just The Amazing Atheist, or Cody Weber, and Fake Sagan to a certain degree, because he did help with the free speech vids, blog TV, but he was also he showed a picture of how the world works, Venom Fang X, because these guys, they're asking for money when they can easily get that shit themselves. Now, the website is a little bit different, because that is a pretty big fucking deal, and you need a lot more money than what you have. However, again, he's already getting money from us. We basically pay him to be on YouTube. That is why this is his job. Which, by the way, speaking of his job, the fact of the matter is this. I'm not against him just making videos on YouTube. YouTube set it up that way. He happens to get a shit ton of videos. A shit ton of views and subscribers. And that's fine. That's completely fucking fine with me. And speaking of which, you were talking about how, like, he has to, we don't know what it takes to promote yourself like that. Actually, I think in TJ's case, he didn't need much promoting. Because the fact is, he got on here, he had a name that people were just going to see, oh my god, what the fuck is that? And he made videos that people wanted to watch. I still remember, before I even knew that there were fucking atheists on YouTube, I just saw a video by The Amazing Atheist called Atheist Kids. I'm like, holy fuck, there's actually atheists on here. Went, checked him out, liked him, subscribed, and then that opened up the fucking world of atheist YouTubers. So, to me, he just did videos that people liked. And that's fine, I have nothing against that. Again, YouTube set it up that fucking way. He happens to get a lot of views, and they promote him. Because, well, he's going to get something out of it, but they're going to get something out of it too, because they're going to have ad revenue and shit. So, that's fine with me. But the fact is, again, we're already basically paying him to be on here. There are a lot of people on YouTube, we're watching him, he gets a lot of fucking people watching him, and to me, hey, that's good. He's doing something that people like, and YouTube's more than willing to promote it. Now, the fact is, like, when you were talking about him, like, saying, you fuckers owe me, you said you took it as a joke. Same with the blog TV thing. When he said, fuck you and your $1. You said, you thought it was funny. I don't. I think it's fucking ungrateful. I think it's fucked up to say that shit to your fucking fans. To basically act as if you're better than, or that they owe you something. No. I don't fucking care. Maybe it was a joke. I don't fucking care if it was. If someone says that kind of shit to me, fuck you. You don't get shit now. But maybe that's because I'm a shitty bastard, and you said, it's possibly a bias on my part. It's not. I'm not biased against The Amazing Atheist. In fact, I think he does some fine videos from time to time. I don't think he makes the best fucking videos around. But, I don't have a fucking bias against him or his fucking e-begging. It's just, I think the way he does it is very distasteful. That's just my opinion on that. And I know you disagree, which is fine. That's why we're discussing this shit. And you also said, I'm part of the group that hates e-begging, and I really don't see how I am. I think it is fucked up. But, again, this isn't their personal fucking piggy bank. If you're already making money off YouTube, quit asking your fucking fans to do more. If musicians asked to do that shit, we'd be pissed off. And you also said, well, what's the big deal? People are going to give him money. That is a big fucking deal, and that's the reason I compared him to a televangelist. Because the fact is, these assholes are promising something. In fact, you're going to get shit, which you talked about that on the non-productive Indiegogo donation site. Televangelists, they'll sell you a fucking statue. Some bullshit like that. Then again, The Amazing Atheist, he'll give you something. Which, by the way, I want to I don't know if it's a correction, but there's a possibility. When I said the shout-outs, which I'm going to get on that in a minute, he gave someone a shout-out at the end of the one video to Straight Dope, and then he put a link to their channel. That actually could have been one of the prizes you get for donating to Not Productive. There's a possibility of that. But then again, if that is the case, the guy had to pay $500 fucking dollars to get that. $500 fucking dollars is a lot of goddamn money just to get a shout out from someone. I'm not paying that, but you said like he, has shit he's gonna give you. Yeah, and it's fucking super high dollar. What really pisses me off about him is he is just willing to just do whatever to get money. And that's annoying to me. Like when he sells his fucking glasses on eBay, you really want a pair of this motherfucker's glasses? For what? Who gives a fuck? It's a pair of glasses. Are you gonna be able to, oh, the Amazing Atheist used to own these. Who the fuck is he? Oh, a guy on YouTube. Well, why do you fucking care about his glasses? Oh, I don't know. There you go. To me, it's fucked up. I think he's just taking advantage of his fans there. And yeah, I mean, the fans who do that kind of shit, I think are dumb enough. Who are dumb enough to do that, yeah, well, they kind of deserve to have their money lost, but whatever. And speaking of shout-outs, you said it would probably, lose credibility over time, which I don't see how. The fact is, what you can do is, well, what he can easily do is find someone's video, find a good part of that video, one that they really, really, really fucking liked. Put it into his video and say, hey, here's the guy's name. If you like what you saw, you're going to see more of that on his channel. Go check him out. I don't think it loses credibility. You don't have to do it every fucking day or every video. Every so often, that's fine, but the point is he's asking for money to do that when he can easily do that. Again, this is his job. YouTube is basically his fucking job. He can sit there and research all fucking day. I mean, Coughlan is subscribed to a shitload of fucking people because he just looks for videos, finds someone, okay, I like this person, subscribe. And then he watches their videos. The Amazing Atheist doesn't seem to ever fucking do that. And that's one thing that pisses me off. Like with The Amazing Atheist, Pat Condell, Thunderfoot, Thunderfoot, he finds fucking trolls and he does, he favorites bullshit fucking videos because he's an idiot. Pat Condell looks for EDL shit. But The Amazing Atheist, he could go out there, look for some people, and say, hey, guys, check this guy out. I've subscribed to a bunch of people because people are like, hey, look at this guy. Check him out. I like his shit. And I found many people like that. In fact, some people became my favorites soon after that. And he can do that. But he doesn't want to. What, it's not worth his fucking effort? He's not getting anything out of it? To me, that's fucked up. And a couple things about the website that you mentioned. You said that people don't take the hacking into account. They do. However, he could have put some kind of fucking failsafe in there to make sure, well, I guess I shouldn't say failsafe, some kind of measure in there to make sure it wouldn't get hacked, especially when he said that he thinks it's the same guy who hacked his fucking site. That's fucked up. I think it's bullshit that, it's, well, okay, I kind of fucked up because I didn't do this and this and this. Okay, so give me more money for a new website. We're going to make this better. Because, let's be honest, Free Speech Vids, he even said, it didn't really fucking work out. It wasn't what he wanted. So what, we're supposed to fucking foot the bill because he had a bad idea. Well, it wasn't a terrible idea. I mean, it was a pretty good idea, especially for the time. When censorship was fucking running amok on YouTube and people were getting, DMCA'd and false flagged and vote botted and all that shit. But, I mean, the thing is, I'm sorry, he had a bad idea, and then he wants everyone else to fix it for him. Help him create his fucking dream site. Well, what's he contributing? Is he gonna fucking contribute to anything? I seriously fucking doubt it. He doesn't seem to do very many charity shows or anything like that, which he could, and that charity could get a ton of fucking money. But I don't think he would do it because he's not getting any money out of it himself. But then you're talking about how, well, actually before this you were, how he's asking for money for the long run. Yes, I think that's true. However, he's going to get advertisers on there. And again, he should have fucking done the research for Free Speech Vids, saying, here's how many fucking hits it's going to get, guaranteed, because this is how many people have shown interest. Or, give him some kind of ballpark number and say, here's the name of the site. And if they would have said no, then change the name of the fucking site. But Not Productive, he's going to get that fucking ad revenue from that. So, okay, well, he's promoting you, but you also paid for it, and then he's going to reap the fucking benefits. So, no, that's not how I fucking operate. I'm not going to give him money so he can make more fucking money while I'm footing the bill. I think that's bullshit. So, fuck him for that. And towards the end of the video, you said that Free Speech Vids failed because of a lack of knowledge, not because he didn't care. And when I said that, I mean, you seem to, kind of be mad at that. You said, I don't think that's the case. It's like, this was his dream and it was hacked down, which it wasn't. That's not his dream. This apparently is. You know, he's going to have fucking control over this shit. It's not just going to be like YouTube where anyone can fucking upload videos. Anyway, yes, I mean, the fact is, he didn't have knowledge, but that's why for something of that fucking magnitude, if you're going to propose something that fucking big website-wise, you better fucking cover all of your bases. And I guarantee you there are tons of fucking people who are willing to help him, probably for free. Like, well, you know, if I'm going to use the site, fuck it. I want it to be good too. So, to me, yeah, he just gave up. And they said, well, it was always on the back burner. Well, why? Why didn't you just try to do whatever you could? And someone else brought up a point. How do we know it was hacked? How do we know? Did he provide any kind of fucking proof for that? Because you were asking me for proof for certain things. Did he provide any fucking screen caps or any shit like that? No, not that I can recall. I could have missed it, but if someone can, you know, give me the evidence for that, that's fine. But I don't know. So, I mean, you gotta kind of remain skeptical of that. Now, one thing is, when talking about, like, fake Sagan, you said, yeah, we've all had shitty friends, which, yeah, is true. However, TJ does not get a fucking pass on that. And I'll tell you why, because I remember this shit. I was fucking there when this shit went down. I don't know if you were there or not, but there was a user named Bigjerre. I don't know if he's still around or not. He became, like, Night Vision Phantom. And I think he had his Bigjerre account still. But he used to go around challenging atheists. And I remember he did, like a little video back and forth with Coctopus. But he challenged Coughlan. And Coughlan basically said, no, we're not going to debate our religious views, or lack thereof. I'm going to show you that atheists and Christians can't be friends. Because Bigjerre said they can't be. Because, you know, they won't walk on that fucking path with Christ and all that like the Christians will, blah, blah, blah. And they went back and forth, and I wasn't interested. And the reason why is because I knew what kind of fucking prick Bigjerre was. He is a miserable fuck who, he can attack everyone else, but then when someone attacks him for his weight, like, well, that's gluttony. That's a fucking sin, but you can judge everyone else for their sins? And I knew he'd go back to it after, you know, becoming friends with Coughlan, and a lot of atheists, you know, really liked him, which is fine. Then the Amazing Atheist jumped in there when the shit was all fucking done. When it's like, okay, we're done with our videos to each other, we'll still be cool. So the Amazing Atheist decided to make a video basically saying, like, oh, you know, fuck them, you know, they're, like, in love and shit. And that started some huge fucking drama. And Coughlan even mentioned this in one of his fucking videos, that it was TJ, Fake Sagan, Crazy Caleb, Halcyon, as well as many others, who were trying to get Coughlan off this website. For a bullshit reason. You know, Fake Sagan doesn't like anyone. So, you know, to that I say, fuck him. But the Amazing Atheist started this shit. Why? Because he became friends with a Christian? So no. Oh, well, you're friends with him, so, oh, fuck you. Get off this site. And just fucking with him. And sending his fucking fanboys after Coughlan for a bullshit reason. So TJ does not get a fucking pass on this. He should have known that Fake Sagan was a dickhead. Which TJ made another fucking video, and if I can find it, I'll put that in the description bar saying, like, hey, Coughlan, you know, because, you know, Coughlan said, like, hey, you know, Bigjerre isn't like this anymore. And he's like, oh, no, he's doing that again. He's attacking atheists again. Okay, well, if he should have known, TJ should have fucking known that Fake Sagan was a fucking dickhead, and that Cody Weber was a little fucking leech who would much rather have fucking weed than pay his fucking child support. Or food. You know, he should have known this shit, but he didn't, so he doesn't get a fucking pass on that. If Coughlan was being an asshole for being friends with Bigjerre, then TJ's an asshole for being friends with Fake Sagan and Cody Weber. And promoting those two the way he fucking did. Now, lastly, you know, you said, again, that, you know, you do think the site will be great, which is fine. I probably won't go to it. You know, I'd rather do shit the old fucking fashioned way on here. Old fashioned's kind of weird, but I'd rather just look for people. And the people that I like, if they give a shout out, I'll check out that person. And if I like them, I'll subscribe. And you said, like, my video didn't convince you, which is fine. To me, I mean, you have your mind made up. You know, you like The Amazing Atheist. You think this shit's going to be worthwhile, which is fine. I have nothing against that. But to me, no one's going to convince me that TJ's intentions are pure. I think that he's getting shit out of this, and we need to stop basically letting him take money from people anytime he fucking wants. You know, we did that shit with Brett Keane. You know, when, oh, well, my bills won't be paid and my kids won't have Christmas. Yeah, eventually we just get to the point where we're like, fuck this. And I think, you know, I don't know if there's going to be a backlash if this shit doesn't succeed, if the same thing happens as it did before. I really don't know. But I really hope people start fucking asking him questions if something does happen to that site. But if it's a success, congratulations to you for supporting him, and congratulations to TJ for coming up with a good idea for a site. But I don't see it happening. I really don't. But, I mean, I'll eat my words if I'm wrong. And you said you do the same, which is fine. You know, so each one of us are willing to admit if we're wrong. So, Anyhow, this is Madden 5, and I'll see you next video.